Happy Wednesday, and welcome back to another amazing episode of Musicians Hangout with your host, Crash Fistfight, the Booty Pop Moopsie, and Maxine Maxwell of the Maxwells.
Happy Wednesday, everyone! It is so great to be back. How you doing, Crash?
I'm good. How are you, friend?
I'm all right. Enjoying our crazy, almost spring weather. How about you?
Well, I mean, minus the 3 inches of snow we had the other day.
Yeah. Snow, rain, hail, sun.
Oh. It was such a whirlwind, you know.
It has been.
Good old Mother Washington and all her mood swings.
It was like everybody had their motorcycles out 2 days ago, and then there was snow, and now it's raining.
Right.
What will we have next? Wait 2 minutes. Let's see.
We're at the beach. We're snowboarding.
We're doing it all. We're dressing for all seasons. Well, you guys, it is so awesome to be back with you, and we have an awesome guest for you tonight. We will introduce them to you after I go over the mission statement. Our mission statement here on Musicians Hangout is to be part of a revolution to create friendships with other artists and build a community network to save music. We got Dustin from Swamp Ritual in the house tonight. Hey, Dustin.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Well, doing well. And Dustin, you're in Missoula, Montana.
Missoula, Montana. We don't even have snow, so you guys might have it worse. We barely have any.
I mean, we had snow, and then it rained.
We probably have like little.
And now it's gone, but it'll be back.
Like, I left yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I left with 3 inches on my car, and I came home to nothing.
I think it's snowed more there than it has here in the last like 2 weeks. I think it's
that's
crazy for Montana.
It is bizarre.
Yeah. You know, when I was in Whitefish back in January, there was barely any snow there for the time of year it was. Like the snow came that night when I left, but otherwise it wasn't as snowy as it normally is.
It's mostly stayed that way.
Wow.
It's weird.
That is weird. Do you think it's going to hit a little bit later? Are you guys seeing signs of spring?
Kind of signs. It always like gets really bipolar right about this time of year and tricks you like 5 times. But I don't know. It's coming pretty soon. It never really happened. I drove to my friend's house in December and it was like 45 degrees. Whoa. So we're getting a weird one.
That is really weird.
Well, it is El Nino though, as you know, everybody's all saying, like the meteorologists and
I think it's a leap year too.
It is. So coincidence? Maybe. You decide.
So, Dustin, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you have another member of your band. So you guys are a 2-piece out of Montana. You've played in the Seattle area and other places. And we want to hear all about your journey as a musician. Do you want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah. So, yes, I play bass in Swamp Ritual. I play with Sid Latreille on drums. We've been together for like we got together in high school. So I think I was like 15 and I'm like 32 now. So we've been lucky enough to play with each other for a very long time. We were in like high school metal bands. And then we played thrash metal together for a long time. And kind of just the whole time we were kind of the constant that just kind of kept playing together. And if you ever had a day where other people couldn't practice or something, it was like, well, we can get together. And then you'd occasionally, you get asked to play, like your band would get asked to play a show, and it'd be like, well, we can't do it. And it kind of got to a point with Sid and I where it's like, well, we could do it, we're both free right now. We'll show up. So yeah, we've been playing together for a long time, which has been really nice. His dad had all the cool music. So I was lucky a guitar player I hung out with a long time ago in high school. He had all the cool like 80s heavy metal, and then Sid's dad had all the cool, just underground stoner metal doom stuff that he had all the at the time was in only like the mid 2000s or whatever. So there's been so much more since then, but it was just a fun. He had all the good music, so we've been lucky to play together for a long time. Yeah, that's kind of how we started.
That's
Yeah, and we've done 3 albums now. We've got a 3rd album,
nice.
and that just came out. So definitely plug that.
Yeah. Super
Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, I started playing clarinet originally in like middle school bands and stuff like that, and just really took to the whole like just straight up the nerdiest like high school band stuff or whatever, just like I want to go to band camp every year, I want to do all that, and then eventually started playing bass in high school to try to play in bands with friends, and that was mostly just because I had a friend that he was like, I'm going to be the guitar player, and another one's like, well, I'm going to be the drummer. So it was like, well, I guess I'll learn bass. So I can't really play guitar at all, but really took to bass hard. It was like, this is fun. And so
have you guys ever thought of getting a guitar player though?
Not really. There's been people that have asked over the years, but just the ease of like practice is just really nice.
Fair enough.
I've played in bands since then. I mean, I'm in another band with 4 people, and it's rad.
Okay.
It's a great time, but it's there's just definitely something that's very nice about getting to have one other person show up, and we're like, all right, cool.
It's easier to plan. It's nicer to split, what you're making with
totally
one other person. Yeah,
I have like both my bands are like 5 members.
That's a lot. 5's a lot.
Yeah. Big bands.
Yeah. And I think the other band that is kind of top secret right now.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Top secret.
Is that gonna and
I know.
There's going to be like 4 or 5 people in that one.
Oh my gosh, another big band.
Yeah.
They're really fun.
Only go big, baby. Only go big.
Yeah.
They are fun. Yeah, I get that. Like we split off. Well,
you get a lot of dynamics.
Yeah.
With 2 guitar players and a bass player.
You do.
Right.
You do. Yeah.
On top of like your own vocalist too, like
right. No, it's
they
fun.
only worry about their shit. Trust me.
Yeah, Max and I used to be in larger bands, and we tried to form a larger band when we moved out here, and then we were like, ooh, it could be really cool if it was just us, because it was hard to schedule practice. So it was like, we live together. So
right.
We know when we can practice. So that's how it started out, was just like, like scheduling. Right.
No, totally. Yeah, it makes it's very nice for getting hit up for a show, and it's just kind of like, well, let me ask the one other dude, it's like, all right,
that's so cool.
Yeah, we're good, we can do it. Like
I will say, like, my band's pretty on top of it. If somebody's asking for a show, like, you will know within minutes.
Nice, that's good.
So I mean, the communication is good, but the band that big, you kind of have to.
Right.
You do.
Right.
Yeah, and you guys got a good schedule down too. Like, I respect that. Like, your schedule is, consistent. So that's why it's hard getting like musicians together, because some are like so busy, they have several different jobs, or maybe a little flighty.
Right. No, totally.
That's me and my other band. I feel so bad about that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Unwanted. I will do better. Dude, I will cancel band practice just because I don't feel like it. Not horrible. That's just horrible. Like, I just want to watch TV today.
Well, Dustin, you mentioned that you guys came out with an album. Who did your recording?
So this one we recorded in town. The 3 we've done, we've recorded in town. The first one was with the same guy. This newest one, though, we went with a guy named Keith Zardeski, I think. I don't know how to say his last name. He's a really rad dude in town that we kind of wanted to get more of a kind of a garagier sound for the new one. Because the last 2 we like, and they're not like high polished studio albums or anything, but we were just like, like our shows are generally pretty raw, and we were really kind of just trying to shoot for that. And this guy's like, yeah, man, I got like a garage recording set up. Of course, when I get there, he underplayed it unlike a lot of people do with their stuff. And I get there, and it was actually just a pretty sweet setup where it's like you have like a drum riser, you have a recording booth, you have like isolation for guitars. So that was nice. Really rad dude. But I still think we got a pretty cool garage sound on it. And then we had Tony Reed master it, who's mastered the last two. And playing with Moss Generator out in, where's he at? Olympia? Not Olympia. He's not Port Angeles.
He's in your area.
Yeah. So that's
cool.
so we got him to master the last couple ones. And he did this one as well. I think he always does a really good job. If you need
That's
mastering, Tony Reed rocks. So
I recognize the name when you said it. I'm like, gosh,
I've heard that name too. I was like, oh, Tony Reed, like
I know that name.
that name, like
It's like over there.
yeah.
he might have mastered a couple of my albums. Like I don't really pay attention to who masters our shit.
Right. Yeah.
Drummers.
It's very possible.
Like, yeah, whatever. The album's done.
Okay, I'll beat the skins. That's all I'm going to do. Now I'm gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Tell us about your writing. Like, how do you guys write your music? What's your process?
Pretty slowly. We don't. Sometimes.
Like, do you come up with lyrics and just are like, oh, check this out, and he just like comes up with some drum beats, or does he come up with drum beats and you just come up with lyrics to it? Like, how does that work?
It's the full combo of like pretty much all the methods. I mean, like, so jamming's one. Especially with two people, it's easy to just jam.
Yeah.
I was gonna say jamming probably
is kind of one, and like you can record some jams and listen back and try to pick things out, or try to borrow some things from that. Otherwise, sometimes I'll just sit at home and write riffs, and then Sid writes a lot of the riffs. He writes a good chunk of them. Like, he'll come up with sweet riffs and show up with those. Which is great because he always has like a really cool drum beat in mind. He just has the riff in his head, so he's always just got a sick drum beat.
Right. Oh, he's probably thinking about that the whole time he's writing that riff.
Exactly, and he'll come up with there's some weird like things that are like, he'll have some weird 5/4 turnarounds or like 6/4 turnarounds that like, but they groove. Like he's not doing it on purpose kind of thing. Yeah. Like where it's. I'll sit there and learn, like I'll learn the part he shows me, and then it's like, you're kind of like adding the beat in there, but it sounds sick. Like, it gives this extra thing. All right, cool. So
yeah.
But so he writes a lot of he'll write some good riffs. A lot of the more like tappy stuff or whatever I'll probably come up with.
Okay.
So it's just the full blend of all of it. Usually I'm writing lyrics, but not exclusively. I mean, Sid writes some lyrics too. And yeah, so it's just basically all of the ways that bands come up with music, we kind of do all of it. Even it's sometimes like do straight up Guitar Pro tabs to like look at stuff, or or just kind of things like that.
Oh, hey,
it's
really like the full mix.
Well, Sid sounds cool. Shout out to him.
He is cool. He doesn't talk a lot, so you're not missing a ton. Like, he does look cool. He's got a good stare.
Right on.
I feel like the challenge accepted. I
know.
Challenge accepted.
He's a drummer. Of course he looks cool, right? Am I right?
Naturally. Yeah. He looks pretty cool.
Dude, I'll pull the Mamma Mia on him.
Yes. Listen, Sid, you better be ready.
Right.
Oh, yes. No one can resist the Mamma Mia.
So you guys have played in Seattle. Where else have you played?
We've done we've most of the West. We've never been down to Texas, and we haven't, I don't think, really ever crossed the Mississippi River. But we've been to pretty much every other state around here. We our first tour was we did a couple like smaller runs, and then I think we did like a 2-week tour out kind of down through like a little bit of California and back over to kind of like Idaho area. And like that was probably like 2011 or 12. And I want to say in like 2015 or 14, Sid and I did like it was like a 34-day tour. And we did that in an 83 Econoline. that probably got 10 miles to the gallon.
Oh my God.
Then just kind of, and that was all the way down from like all the way down the coast to like San Diego. And then just kind of back up through like Arizona, like eventually up in like Duluth, Michigan. And
Jeez.
then came back to Missoula.
That's
And that was fun. That was a good, like, the van did not break down, which was nice. And we were just dirt broke the whole time. So there was just like a lot of fun, like just sleeping in the back of a van. It's like, well, there's a Del Taco. Let's go get some tacos. And like, all right, well, we got a little bit of rum. Like, all right, let's just kick it in this parking lot, and, kind of thing. And then we put out our second album the year after, and we did another I think 26-day tour kind of around the same areas. And then other than that, we did a 2-week run a couple years ago. Trying to just gear up to do it again, I think, is kind of the main idea. It gets harder and harder. But also we're not as broke, so that's nice. We're still like really broke, but it's
not
like
as broke as like a decade ago.
Yeah. So
relatable. Okay.
Touring's a lot more expensive, so I don't know. But
it is. Oh my gosh. It
Yeah.
is. Like everything is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we have day jobs.
Oh yeah.
Cool. You've got an extensive tour though. It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Some tour stories, dude.
Yeah. Like what crazy shows, what crazy things. Like,
right.
Gossip.
Yeah. No. I don't want to get into the gossip. No, I mean, it was just mostly fun. As far as it was really pretty chill. Like, we are kind of awkward dudes at shows that don't really sit there and figure out we're gonna go crash at this house kind of thing. So a lot of it was just kind of like, well, we're gonna drive to this truck stop and fall asleep again. And like, it was kind of the healthiest living I think I've ever had. Like, because you're just like, you're getting your good exercise in for the day. Like, you're gonna load some base cabs up some stairs, and then play for a bit.
Exercise, yes.
Just think about music. That's fun, and then just go to sleep in the van at 11, 2 p.m. and wake up at noon, or 2 a.m. and wake up at noon. But it doesn't lead to
do it all over again.
Yeah,
down a new venue.
Get to the next destination.
It's about as mentally healthy as you
make it.
I'm trying to think of some fun ones from this last run. We were driving a short bus, which was fun. And
I saw your short bus. Yeah,
we were splitting that with our buddies in Ruin Caller, which is another Montana band that plays excellent Black and Doom stuff. If you guys need it, so we were splitting that run. We definitely ran that thing out of gas, which running a diesel out of gas just is a terrible idea. So don't do that. We missed the Moscow, Idaho show. The promoters were really nice and drove out with gas and stuff. But then it's a whole thing to get it is a whole thing.
No, I kind of saw the post about it, but I'm wondering more of the story.
Yeah, what do you have to do to get that back going?
So theoretically, you're supposed to bleed the gas lines, and I don't know what that is. I just know it's a thing you're supposed to do because air gets
pump the gas a lot until
you can kind of do that, and you can turn it over a bunch. It did start eventually. This is after we had to hook it up to a car to keep the battery from dying because just from it turning over, it takes a lot to turn over a short bus. We had to get rid of it because none of us are mechanically inclined whatsoever. It's we have had other breakdowns with another band, and we're just none of us know how to fix this vehicle. None of us are good at this. We need to.
We're musicians, not fucking mechanics.
I'm so envious of the bands that have that mechanic dude.
Because
a lot of them have them.
We have a mechanic dude.
Yeah,
we have a mechanic dude. I'm super pumped on that.
Sick.
Unlike all my bands, I have a fucking mechanic dude.
You do.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah, but I do.
That's awesome. No,
we're rebuilding our band van right now. It's a 1969.
You have the ultimate fucking mechanic.
We do. So hold on, I'll pull it up. We've been rebuilding it for 4 years because we broke down on tour.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So we just decided to tear it all the way down to the bones and build her back up. And this is her so far. She's on the way. She's on the way, but she's still got a long way. So
have you heard of Mont Vanna?
I don't think so.
You guys should look into Mont Vanna if you want. It's like a van fest up in Libby, Montana. That's like
Libby,
it's gorgeous.
I love Libby.
It's like maybe 200 people tops, kind of thing. Like, but in a good way. And yeah, just a lot of good bands. And it's a good time.
Sweet, yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah,
event for the
I
band.
love Montana. I almost moved there, but I kept going west.
I don't blame. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Being from Colorado and my family being in Wyoming, and they were in Powell, Wyoming, which is close to, Billings, Montana.
Yeah.
So we were always going to Montana. And then, we have family in North and South Dakota. Right. So, yeah, we would just travel that whole entire way. But Montana, I swear they had like the best views.
Yeah.
There's some good ones.
Yeah, Montana's gorgeous.
I can see why they call it the Big Sky Country.
Yeah.
I'll still get stoked. We were playing in Great Falls this last weekend. Ooh. And just with some good friends that we know. We got a lot of good friends up there. That so you're always just happy to go see them. But I've done that drive so many times, and I'll still just get stoked about it. Like I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna see the backside of Glacier, and
oh yeah,
you're just like, yeah, that's super cool. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
There's a lot of that.
There is a lot of that. Yeah. Oh, Glacier is my favorite place on earth. Like it's so beautiful. We took our Volkswagen there the summer. The summer it broke down on tour. When we got back from that vacation, we went on a mini tour and then it broke down.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to Hell's Half Acre?
No. I don't think so. Where is it? Well, maybe. What is it?
It's in Wyoming.
Oh,
it's like kind of like this.
Oh, okay.
But it's really close to the border. You know what I mean?
I bet I've been there. Like, I traveled all over there with my family when I was younger. I bet I've been there.
Like, you know how there's like the Grand Canyon, how it's just like a big canyon? Hell's Half Acre is kind of like that, but it's all like red rocks too.
Weird.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous. I swear I've seen that, but it's been so long. Like, I'm going to ask my mom about it.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty positive I've been somewhere like
that. Well,
that.
Heads up, you guys should totally go if you ever see, get a chance.
We broke down. We were on the way to Yellowstone in our bus.
Yeah.
Let's see. We broke down at the Craters of the Moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arco, Idaho. Is that Idaho?
Yeah. That first tour I did, I had like really gnarly food poisoning. And like I remember we were like my buddy Phil was driving us through Arco. And that was just very remember. I think we got Pedialyte in there. In Arco. And it was like just this very surreal, like dehydrated and just vomiting constantly, and it was really hot. Yeah, it was.
Where the fuck am I?
You drink this orange Pedialyte, and it was coming up bright green. Like I don't know how. So yeah,
it was the radiation.
It's a chemical reaction.
There's so much radiation in that area because they used to test bombs out there.
Yeah, I think it was a weird stomach acid Pedialyte situation. I'm going to subscribe to the radiation. I think that's
the radiation with
the
gases from the stomach.
Oh my God. Okay, any of you guys out there watching, you got to look up Craters of the Moon, Arco. So you know what we're talking about. If you don't know, like it's fucking crazy. Like you're in this grassy prairie, rolling hills for a few, like a long time actually.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it looks like lava, moon rocks everywhere, and it's hot in the summer. It's fucking hot.
Hot as fuck, yeah.
Prairie again. Then it's like prairie, and then the mountains, the Rocky Mountains aren't too far from there, but it's just like, where the fuck am I?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For real.
There's weird shit on the rocks.
I want to do a music video out there, like so bad. We wrote a song called Arco. and we want
Oh yeah.
video there. So maybe that'll happen someday. I don't know.
Yeah, no, writing songs about breaking down is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
That could be a genre.
Musicians can relate. Yes. Yes.
I have never, knock on glass, I guess. I have never broken down on tour yet.
Shit, you're gonna jinx yourself. Like, better knock twice, 3 times. I don't know. Like, shit.
And I've never really broken down to the Swamp Ritual tour. Like, so like that was all my early touring stuff was just me and Sid's just like, this shit just usually works out, man. And then like and on the other runs we're like, oh man, this is like I need a credit card. Like this is bad.
This is why others have assistants.
Yeah, like, this is really intense. Like,
oh my goodness.
No, Sid and I had great luck.
What was it like going to California?
Yeah.
That was sick. Just mostly just like I remember it was very it was like dark and stormy, and I just remember definitely just hitting the coast where you see, you're still in that northern part of the coast kind of thing, and just coming around a bend and you got the rocks and it's just overcast, and I think we were listening to Ocean Chief at the time. I don't know. It's just coming in and that was fun. I enjoyed just cool scenery shots a lot. We were just like, yeah, that's a world-class view for sure.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was, I mean, California was fun. We got to play in North Cal, and this was years ago. So I don't remember exactly where. But got to drive all the way down. This tour had hilarious driving distances. And so then just got to drive down through like Sacramento, and then we couldn't find anything in the Bay Area when we had a good friend that helped us book it, and he really did do a good job. He did a really good job.
You're like, okay, now what? Like, what?
So we couldn't. It's like, I guess we just drive to San Diego and like do that.
Don't go too far south. My family was like, oh wait, San Diego. Oh shit, Mexico. Whoops.
Yeah, I know, pretty
we
much.
actually did that.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Stop in San Diego.
Yeah, just stop.
Stop. I fell asleep. So this was my parents. I was like, what? Mom's like, go back to bed. We're in Mexico. I'm like, shit, what?
You need my passport?
Like, what? What? Nope. Okay, now we're in San Diego. You're fine. Okay.
Yeah, we got kicked out of the Walmart parking lot in San Diego.
What did you do?
You just couldn't sleep there. They had a no overnight parking, which we should have noticed because there was not like cars and like
that's weird because in Montana you can camp.
Generally, all that's it's all kind of becoming, they're shutting a lot of that down everywhere.
I think it's probably because of Seattle and our homeless problem.
No, it's a whole thing.
Well, it's a thing in Montana, like Bozeman particularly has urban living, I think it's called. Like urban. Yeah.
There's a mix for sure. I mean, you'll definitely have the just like urban car camping.
RV campers in the city.
But yeah, you get a lot of that. I mean, I work for a shelter in Missoula. And yeah, it's becoming a huge thing everywhere.
It is everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. So
it's getting expensive out here.
I know. Freaking everywhere. Well, Montana's on one of the top 3 places right now to move to. So you guys are gonna like end up like another Seattle.
Oh, I mean, it's like it's happening. Like, like I got friends in Portland that are paying the same rent as us. Like, we're just like, we could just go move. We just go live in a city, you know. It's pretty out here, and it used to be really cheap. And like, so it's just, we could play music all the time. Like, it's like I could just go dishwash 25 hours a week and live with a roommate and play music the rest of the time. So it had a lot of perks, and like you could find band practice houses really easy. But a lot of that's starting to go away.
Yeah, my living room is always available. Maxine's living room is always available.
It's good to know.
you'll know everyone will have a jam room in their living room.
Yeah, no, that's
All
good.
All the musicians have their jam room somewhere.
The difference is your neighbors actually don't mind it. We haven't got the cops called on us yet, but I'm not sure they're that excited.
Well, hopefully because like this place is empty now on this side, so hopefully they don't mind. But we were here first, so it's like, well, you just gotta live with the fact you're living next to a metal band.
This is what we do on days.
Yeah, but we don't jam late. We're old, so we don't jam late. It's like 5.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly acceptable. Like,
And when you're used to that, when you're used to like jam practice at 6:30 p.m., and then you go play a show at 9, you're like, fuck, why am I still awake?
our last string of shows have been like, they're like, are you guys down to play last? And it's like, I know when I was younger, I was like, hell yeah, last. Like,
now you're like, God damn it, can't we just open? Like,
I want to watch everybody else drink and watch them have a good time and then go.
I just want to get it done, over with, sit, relax, watch stuff, and maybe secretly dip out.
Yeah, it's
at some point.
You do play
without
drums.
anybody noticing. I mean, that's always my MO.
That's a drummer move for sure.
Oh,
Guilty.
it is.
Guilty. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, like just last week.
Sometimes we have to dip out if we're over in the city. So we play the city area more than out here because we're heavy rock. And this area is more like folk rock. So we, head to the city, which is awesome because I get to see Crash and all my friends over there. And, I get to teach to that. But like, it's like, oh shit, I forgot where I was even going with that. But
you have to take a ferry.
I do have to take a ferry. There we go. So I have to dip out to get the ferry. I'm driving all the way fuck around Timbuktu.
It's like 3-hour drive if you have to fucking drive.
3-hour drive or 5-hour drive. Which one you want to do at 2 a.m? Probably the 3 or the 2-hour drive.
An hour and a half, but you have the half-hour.
So I have to leave if I'm there. Like I have to leave by midnight because I have to get the 12:15 or the 12:30 ferry, depending on the season. Or in the summer, I can hit up the 1:30 maybe if I leave soon enough. But yeah, I've got to dip out.
No, for sure. See, and that's a trip because it's like when we drive like 2 hours to another town to play a show, that's like anymore for me. I'm just like, hell yeah, that's an overnight trip. Like I don't want to drive home. Like,
fuck it, we're not paying for a place to stay.
Yeah, like,
well, I shouldn't say
but meanwhile, I'm driving like 200 miles.
I drive.
I'm the kind of person that if I have to drive 2 hours away, like I'm getting a hotel for the night.
Yeah,
that's how I am. Like,
I've done that before, but
sometimes I can't even like. I drive an hour to work, and sometimes I don't feel like driving home, so I'll fucking get a hotel for the fucking night.
I totally see that.
My husband will not sleep in a hotel, so he's like, I might as well be fucking driving, or I'm just staring in a hotel room at the ceiling, so like he can drive us home.
That's not bad. No, and
then we save money. We get to get out with more money, and it all goes to gas.
Right.
I'm just fucking lazy.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I would not. I would be like, I'm ready for my bedtime now, and I can sleep anywhere. So I'm like, okay, no.
And I have to, if I have my equipment with me, all my drums and stuff that I have to leave in my car because I'm not gonna fucking take them in the hotel room. Let's fucking face that shit.
Unload, load.
No, that's not happening. So I'll bring in my cymbals because those are fucking expensive.
Yeah, right.
Like I have to get up so many times in the middle of the night to pee. I'll just go and check. All right.
Come here. My husband has a question for you, Dustin.
Sure.
Oh yes.
So I've been listening to your music, man. Hello, I'm all greasy.
He's out in the garage.
I'm working on the engine. I pulled it tonight.
Sorry, I'm
nice.
Things. So what kind of equipment are you running? Like your effects, your amp, and then bass, and do you do multiple tracks? Because there was a couple. I was listening to your newest album, and I can't remember what the name of the track was right now, but
I know the one you're talking about.
it's really melodic.
Oh, I love like
Yeah,
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
the
We
big
don't. This is like we generally don't do double tracking. On this one, it's kind of heavy delay, but there are 2 tracks. Our first couple records, we were like, we're not gonna like do 2 parts whatsoever, just to do it, or it's like I want to be able to play it 100%. I think after doing that one, we're like, okay, we did it. Like, so we're like, well, let's do a couple other like, things, but it's mostly just me playing the song twice the same, like just 2 times, but kind of differently. But there's a lot of delay. They both are pretty heavily improvised, I think, on that track. Is that The Worm Loves You? Is that
I was just gonna tell you.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that one's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one I was thinking too.
Yeah,
It's
Did you write that riff, or because you said your drummer likes to write more
Sid.
melodic? Sid, excuse me, I couldn't remember.
Sid writes the rockin' stuff. I wrote that. No, that riff I did write. Yeah.
That's right.
Nice.
I like those ones. Yeah. It's and then otherwise though, for gear and stuff, I'm using the Mesa Boogie Titan V12 head, which is this bass head that it was like my dream head in high school. It was just like, that's the one. And started delivering pizzas and was just like, all right, I'm gonna buy that bass amp. So that that's the head I've used the whole time. Originally would use it has like a built-in overdrive that I would use. That still sounds really nice, but this thing's had like beer dumped down it a couple times. Like, it's been into the shop like a lot, and like, so the channel switching thing doesn't work very well. So I finally retired the overdrive on it. And I'm now just using like a Mesa overdrive pedal that seems to be luckily it was just in a pawn shop in town. Other than that, just using just a T-Rex phaser. I used to use this Ibanez kind of like 1980s phaser that I really like. It just broke.
Oh, was that on the first album? Did you use it?
For sure. Definitely.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
It was an old Ibanez phaser. It was using a DoD like flanger for some self-oscillating on some stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really like just the deluxe electro harmonics Memory Man with Hazarai or whatever it is. It's just the blue box. The blue box that with all the knobs. It's just a digital delay, but there's a ton of modes on it. You can do a lot of fun looping with it. Which we don't like loop riffs and play over the top of them, but sometimes we'll loop like kind of just weird soundscapey stuff.
That's okay, and you get that going, and then you play your riff. And okay, I was wondering.
That's cool.
That's cool. Cause I was wondering if there was like a synthesizer, and I'm like, no, that's bass. And
yeah, it's all bass.
Yeah,
it's all bass.
Yeah, it's badass though, man. I really like your stuff.
Thank you.
So like, have you? I don't think you guys asked influence. Like who?
Influence.
We
drums too. Like, and so I was just curious, influence into this project anyway.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was just kind of the old school. I mean, Sid in like high school, because his dad had the cool music, so he was like, yeah, like I want to start a band that sounds like Sleep or something, and I'm like, I don't know what that. Like, I have no idea what that is. And so like, just stuff like that. We used to cover a lot of Fu Manchu songs.
Yeah.
And we still do. We still cover one of them. Like, we covered it last weekend. But yeah, we still really like Fu Manchu.
Your vocals are heavily influenced.
Yeah. Yes, a little bit.
Yes.
No, in a good way, man. I really like it.
For sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely some Fu. Like, that was I still listen to this shit out of Fu Manchu.
Oh, I do
for sure.
I do too. I've been listening to a lot of stoner rock lately. What was that? Sunbelt. Have you heard of them?
No.
Check them. Yeah, they got a new album out that it's stoner rock and it's badass. I've been telling everybody.
Nice.
Like, it should be like more popular. But thank you for answering my question.
Yeah, he couldn't comment on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't have the app. I've been trying to kind of distance myself from digital footprint stuff, and so
yes, I love that. I love that.
His message. He was messaging me. I can't comment.
So I went old school. I was like, I'll verbally ask her. So,
I'm cracking. I've been like on the tab that says private chat this whole time, so I went without realizing that. So I've just seen like no comments, and I'm just kind
Go
of like,
to the
I guess
comments.
there's
Oh, you gotta go to the
there's nobody
comments.
tuning in. That's fine. Like,
No, man.
Oh,
there's stuff for
You're
people
ever
there.
out-
All right on.
Our buddy Ted Wilson,
Yeah,
he
I'm
gave us
seeing
a
it
heart,
now. I'm
and we
seeing
have
it
like
now.
Dion and there's
Fernando.
Terrell, Craig, our buddy
Nice.
Spider,
That's cracking me up.
Marietta,
Talking to you.
other people.
Nice. That's awesome. Hello,
Thanks
hello,
for.
guys.
Yeah, I think that's. We've been missing some comments because of that YouTube. I think YouTube's been weird for us.
Sure.
So whatevs. So if you're on YouTube, bounce over to Facebook if you got it, guys, and you can comment, ask Dustin some questions.
Well, we should be on
Yeah.
YouTube. I don't
Well,
know.
we are on YouTube.
Yeah, I think
We're
we are.
on there, but our YouTube viewers are having a hard time commenting.
Interesting.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry,
All
guys.
right, that's on YouTube.
It's YouTube, not us. Come on, YouTube, get it together.
Don't make me like Mamma Mia YouTube.
Well, he asked some great questions. Good job,
Yes.
Max.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
Well, there we are. There we are.
got him.
Checking it out. So, what do you have planned for the future? What are your goals for Swamp Ritual?
Definitely just keep doing it for sure. I mean, it's an easy band to keep together. And it's just always feel very lucky to have been playing with the same person for so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's just it's nice. You can get a fun like mind meld easily and not have to like communicate things. But it's just like, yeah, that's what you're doing. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got our new album, volume 3 that's out. So trying to probably try to put together a tour, mostly just trying to figure out we're in that weird phase where it's like, okay, we should probably make CDs. I mean, we already probably should make CDs. It's just making CDs. Like, it felt weird to me like 5 years ago, spending money on like pressing CDs. So I'm like, okay, like, but I think I should. Like, I mean, people still sometimes
they
buy
still
them.
like them. You know, I like them. I love when I get them from bands and I can put them in my car. You know, like
Right. And my car still has CD players, so
yeah, some of us still have CD players in our cars. You know, like. And it's nostalgic for some of us. I personally love vinyl, but I know it's expensive to do vinyl.
Right. That's kind of where we're at. Is like we don't we're bad about trying to even find things like necessarily like label interest and stuff. I mean, a lot of times like, I don't know, you just do it. Like, but and there's not a lot of people out in Montana that are like pressing like underground and vinyl.
Yeah.
But so we'd like to make a vinyl record, obviously, just kind of maybe saving up the funds to make that happen.
I was gonna say that's usually how we do it here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Northwest, specific Northwest.
Went back to your roots.
Anyway, in the Pacific Northwest, we just send our shit to some vinyl company and they press it for us.
No, for sure. And it's tough too because it's I mean, yeah, it's like two pieces have a bunch of advantages, but then we also do not have the advantage where you can get like 5 people to be like, well, guys, if we all pitch in like $500 to get a record, you know, like, you know, it's like, all right, yeah, let's get the record, we'll pay ourselves back. But yeah, we'd like to do some pressing, like to just do some touring.
You coming back out here?
Oh, for sure. I mean, Seattle's a good spot.
Yeah, we are.
We'll come see
we've
you.
got some solid friends in Spokane and got there's some good Moscow shows to be had. Got a lot of Portland friends, and then would like to eventually just try to get back on do some bigger touring again.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. It's definitely a good time. But so yeah, no like hard set plans. Also talking to a tape label about just maybe trying to get some stuff pressed on tape, which would be fun. Also trying to start like a Bandcamp label that we want to call Hall of Doom to get some of our old Montana friend bands. I mean, the first tour we did was with a band called Stone Elk. They're really cool. They've got like just one album. They're not a band anymore. Our friends in Ruin Color have a great band. They've all got like old other projects. So I'm just like, we should probably just assemble all this stuff in one spot.
So, great idea.
Also, Sid's dad's band is I mean, his current band's called American Falcon. His dad is the Montana Poet Laureate for this year. Like, yes, you want to look up Chris Latray and read some great Montana poetry. He's got a cool band called American Falcon.
American Falcon band. I'm looking.
They've got one album of just good stoner rock. They got another one coming, but he was in another band called Laser Wolves. Not Laser Wolf or Wolf. They're great. Wolf. They were called Laser Wolves back in the day, and they would like open for Fu Manchu if they came through Montana, or open through any of the cool bands that came through Montana.
That's cool shit.
And like, but they have like 5 albums that I don't even think are up anywhere. So I'm really hoping trying to get all those up from him to throw on just some stuff to where there's a decent amount of stuff out here from the old music scenes. That's
one of their pictures on there. Sorry, I got a glare.
Oh yeah. Pretty much, yeah. They're loud. I'm hoping to do a run with them. Actually, I'd like to try to. Yeah. I was talking with them about. It's like, well, we could just split a trailer, split a van or something, and just go hit Spokane, Seattle, Portland, or whatever, and come home. And they all seem pretty down. They're kind of getting that.
Come on, guys!
All their kids are like moved out now, so they're like, yeah, let's
what better time? Yes. Yeah. American Falcon Empty Nest Tour.
Yes, I know, right? Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know if they're quite retired, but they're getting there.
They're called tired.
Yeah, they're just tired. They're not retired.
You know, I don't know if we've asked you how you guys got your name, Swamp Ritual.
Oh yeah.
That was just I just said in high school, it was like, I want to start a stoner metal band and I want to call it Swamp Ritual.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's nowadays it's kind of like back then I was like, absolutely, I still really like the name. But we have definitely, we are very much lumped in with the doom metal bands with the samey sounding names as absolutely, that has for sure happened. But
yeah,
I'm not really bummed about it though. I like bands with just cool names. So
right. And you guys get contrast.
Yeah, we could be Swamp Witch or Swamp. It's all the stoner doom names.
I have some friends called the Swamp Monsters.
That's a good name.
Remember those guys?
Yeah, mostly. Who was it? What did you?
The Trojan Swamp Monsters.
Yes, I remember them. Yes,
yes.
That's awesome. So we got the
from Longview, Washington
theme going on here.
Yeah,
you guys have merch?
We do. We got. I need to reprint pretty badly right now. We got like a couple smalls right now. is where we're at. We have like 2 small T-shirts. We have a bunch of designs though. Our art's always been done by this guy Wilson Smith. You can check him out at Drink Whiskey Eat Cigarettes. Would be
Drink
his
whiskey, eat cigarettes.
Yeah, okay. And he makes fantastic art. He's always done our art. He recently stopped printing because he just kind of got tired of. He's just like, there's just no money in the actual pressing if I want to give like anybody a deal. So he just does the art now. We used to press all our stuff. So now I'm in between pressing people to get which. There's a really nice local company in town. I'm sure I'll just go through that have always done rad band shirts for everybody. But
that's so cool. And little, like I shouldn't say little. Missoula's not that little.
It's pretty small, but
it has that hometown, small town feel. Yeah, I bet there's some shop like that locally owned.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, so merch. We're mostly just trying to repress and get that stuff up. We've still got some CDs of I think just the second album right now. I think the first one might have sold again. We've been selling them, so I think they're worth making. But
yay, they are. Yeah,
but
you can do merch packages. We do that on the road. T-shirt, CD for like $5 if you're like $20 for the shirt, $15 for the CD, $5 off if you buy both like that.
Right. We pressed a bunch of stuff for the last like 2-week run we did, and then have kind of been living on those coattails for the merch and now it's like finally, it is dwindled to the point where it's like, all right, we need to like
make more. So
What are we
that
gonna do? You know,
it's like, damn it, now I got to spend money on merch to make money on merch.
pretty much, yeah.
And around it goes. But
It's
yeah,
very much it's like buy band merch. It's how they make all their money, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm still just losing money. Like, I really appreciate. There's definitely a profit, but
take
like,
my money.
I don't think there is. Like, I feel like I still just have to come up with like $500 every year, like, to make another batch of shirts. Like,
Right.
but I'm not good with we're not good at finances, so it's we're not good with. We like to, which is fun in its own way too. But you can finish the show and be like, "Do you just want to split this like $400? Like, you can have this." So like, let's just enjoy our weekend.
I gotta say, I really admire Crash's band Moopsy. They like use the money to fund the band. Like, so we do that too. We do that too, but like they just have this whole.
No, we have like just a bank account that is just for the band.
Yeah.
And like, if we're playing on like Whidbey Island and we have to take the ferry there, we just kind of all get into my SUV because I can fit everyone and all of our equipment. Because if we're playing like acoustic, like there's no drums,
right?
And we just it comes out of the band fund. We have recorded a few times. Came out of the band fund. Got T-shirts. Came out of the band fund. Like,
oh, it's absolutely the way to do it. It's, you know, we just kind of started. I'm like finally getting good at this stuff. Like,
right.
Like, all right, like make the band fun, put money in that, and like just doing things like just Google Docs, you know, like where you're like, all right, like I'm gonna like organize all this shit, or
organize the, you know, you got to polish up your online presence.
I still need to do that one, but
it helps that my vocalist actually she prints our T-shirts for us.
That does help.
Like, she learned how to fucking silk screen at home.
That is bitch.
She learned to do that, so we have some pretty cool kick-ass fucking merch.
That's awesome.
Cheap.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely.
So, yeah.
I think
good job, Moscow, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff's. I bought a silkscreen kit off of a touring band from Alaska one time where they were screening in the back of their van, like on their run. But it was just one of the really basic ones, like the most basic. And I tried to do it for like a minute, and it was like not getting good results at all. But this was also like one of the most basic ones that like in hindsight, I'm like, well, that's why that wasn't very good. But
that's why they sold it to me. Shit.
Yeah, no, they were fun.
I bet they were fun. Anybody from that area would be.
You called them one of a kinds, and people will fucking buy the shit out of them. These are one of a kinds.
Right. It was a misprint.
Nobody else has this shirt just like this.
Head on the left side.
They'll eat it up, I promise you.
Oh no, you're not wrong.
Yeah, a hair got stuck. It's my hair.
Everyone wants to feel special, so if they get a special T-shirt, one of a kind T-shirt, you know, that nobody else fucking has.
Oh yeah,
it gives them their like little 15 seconds of fame.
Right.
So the Maxwells, we make our own merch too, but we do the iron-on. So we recommend we have like washing instructions. Like the iron-ons have gotten really nice through the decades.
Really?
Like I used to do. So Max was in bands before we were in bands, and I used to make merch for them in this way. And throughout the decades, the iron-ons have gotten a lot better. Like,
all right.
So they're not bad, but you do have to wash your t-shirts inside out, and it is recommended to hang dry so that they last. But we can get away with selling them for cheap because of that. You know?
Right.
And it's an iron-on, but you get to pay like $15-20 for it.
Right.
But you guys also had that tie-dye.
Oh yeah, we did the tie-dye, the Maxwell's blood splatter. So like we have this backdrop that's all blood splattered. A bunch of fans made it for us. It looks like blood, and it says the Maxwells. And so we did a whole series of white t-shirts, blood splattered, the Maxwells, just looking like somebody just hand
Yeah,
roasting
I need to get a size small from you guys on that one.
Okay,
'Cause
well, I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it though. I'm gonna buy it.
They're like
One of
seriously
a kind.
$10. I'll give it to you. Like seriously.
I'm seriously gonna fucking give you the money because I'm gonna support my no whatever, dude. Fuck you back.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna support my local bands, bro.
And you do. You are always head to toe in merch from local bands. Like I give you a shout out for that. Yep.
I had to like replace like I got like an Iron Maiden shirt for Christmas like recently, and I was really excited because I was like, shit, I haven't had an Iron Maiden shirt in so long. I just have like local band shit, you know. Like it's like all the like old. I'm like, I don't have a Motorhead shirt anymore. Like, damn it, I need to go get one.
Oh, you gotta get one.
Because you just
I
keep getting
just
local
did
band
laundry.
merch, like, or you get like cool, but like just cool like local.
Yeah,
band merch.
I did
Like,
laundry and I was
yeah.
folding on my clothes and I was like, local band shirt, local band shirt,
Right.
local band shirt, local band shirt, work shirt,
Yeah,
local
yeah, no,
band
exactly.
shirt, local band shirt.
Which is great. There's still just times I'm like, well, Carl, like, get a fucking Motorhead shirt again, you know? Like,
Yeah, like so that you have that high school shirt.
yeah.
again.
It's like, where's my damn Judas Priest shirt? Like, it's like, yeah, you haven't had one of
And
those
there's
in
cool,
like
there's
years.
cool
man.
art. But yeah, I think local artists have the coolest art sometimes too, and the coolest
for sure.
logos. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
so bitching.
They have the best music.
They do.
Honestly.
The Northwest scene's just pretty sick in general.
Yeah,
that
it
whole
is.
area
Our
is
local
awesome.
scene is pretty sick. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what the fuck is playing on the radio station. Like, I stopped listening to that years ago. It was just nonsense.
I can't believe the local musicians I get to play with. They blow my
Yeah,
fucking
there's some
mind.
really
I'm
good
like,
music out there.
oh, I get to play with these guys. Holy shit!
Absolutely.
I can't believe they play the crap that they do on radio stations, but don't have local musicians on.
Right? That's why it's important to have stations like Loud and Local that
Yeah.
the
Right.
local music is played on. I mean, like, there's some gnarly ass awesome shit out there, man.
Absolutely.
So thank you, KISW, Love Local.
Like,
Always
Right.
supporting local music.
Yeah.
hell yes. Dustin, it's been so cool hanging out with you. We got about 2 more minutes.
Awesome.
So we'd like you to plug where our fans can start following you.
I mean, just Bandcamp would be ideal. That is definitely. I struggle with social media. I'll try to post some pictures every once in a while. I try to stay off of it because it kind of drives me nuts. But I do. If anybody wants to comment, I will read it. I'll be stoked. If you send me a message, I'll definitely read it. I'll be stoked. I might like respond 2 days later, but I'll be happy that you sent it. And so yeah, definitely you can check the Facebook, you can check the Instagram. Otherwise, yeah, Bandcamp is a great place to listen to us. We're definitely do the Spotify. Probably need to redo our YouTube channel, but we got most of the stuff on YouTube. We got some good videos.
Yeah, you do.
Keep an eye out for just us trying to come out.
Yes.
Really, we'd like
Just
to come
let
out
us
this
know when
summer.
you are. We'll make the trip.
Yes, let us
Sounds
know.
great.
Like, we will fucking promote.
We
And
We
we'll
will come to your show.
Yes, we would love to. We would love to be back out that way. We had a great time last time.
And
And
let us
absolutely
know
make
if
it
you're
work.
looking for spots, because you know
Cool.
Yeah.
we are
Absolutely.
musicians and we do have that kind of in as to, you know, talking to venues and getting arranging shows and bands.
Absolutely. And same deal out here. If anybody's trying to come out to Missoula, it's a nice time. It's a nice town to play. You can have fun in Montana.
That would be so fun.
Um,
I love Montana so much. Yes.
There's
This
Give me
band
good
Moose
stuff
is
already.
actually looking to go on tour, so
twist my arm,
Yeah,
Montana.
yeah. No, seriously. let
we're
us
gonna be in
know.
Idaho, so might as well just fucking
Yeah,
swing down
might
to
as well just-
Montana.
Yeah,
going.
it's
Yeah.
we're cooler, Idaho.
That'd be so cool to do like from our direction east tour, you know, eastern tour, like that'd be
Absolutely.
so badass. It would be so fun. Just hit up I-90 and go.
Yeah, that's all you gotta
Yes.
do.
Love it. Okay, cool. Oh, before we go, our friend Dennis wanted to say, I'm late to the party, but damn good tunes. Love that stoner
Hey.
metal
Oh,
sound.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that is my bandmate. He is one of my
Nice,
guitar
nice.
players in my band, Moopsy. Hey, Dirty. Love you,
Hello,
buddy. Thank you
Dennis.
for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in and listening to Swamp Ritual because they are fucking awesome.
They are,
You-
like I said, I've been listening to them all week.
Nice.
They're great.
That's awesome.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for being on the show. We'll stay connected. Shout out to Sid again. And yeah,
Yes.
take it easy. I'll take us out. Let's go. Good night, everybody. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Stay safe. Keep